Greetings! Today we'll be installing these stainless steel sill plates on this two-door Ford Bronco. Now, the instructions it came with are kind of mediocre. They might as well be telling you just eyeball it, which if you're good at eyeballing, maybe that works for you, but for me what I like is consistency and repeatability. So I'm going to try to devise a repeatable method so that you can get a consistent result, because remember, if you screw this up and you put it down and it's crooked, there's pretty much no going back. You'll more than likely ruin the sill plate because it's really thin metal and it'll just get warped out of shape as you try to pry it off. Now the first part of the instructions is just fine. It's obvious. Clean up the surface. This is just a 50-50 water and vinegar solution. Now, same thing except a bit of isopropanol. The sill plates are a good idea because, you know, especially with rocks stuck in your shoes, this area of the car is just going to get absolutely scratched up. Alright, so now, even though the instructions say to do this more or less last, I'm going to do it now, and that is to remove this blue tape, because without it I'll be able to see better what exactly it is that I'm doing. So I'm just going to carefully peel it off, try not to bend the sill plate. Now this one says DF, which I assume means driver's something. Driver's something, alright? And it's roughly gonna go here. Now my instructions will start diverging from their instructions. Now I believe they called these two directions the fore and aft direction, and that you should align it with these exact lines. In order to do that, I'm just gonna use some painter's tape. I'm gonna align it perfectly with where this line pretty much ends, here, both on this side as well as this side. And by the way, this sill plate is exactly as wide as this plastic trim piece here, so therefore I should have absolutely no space remaining whatsoever between my sill plate and the painter's tape, which means I applied it a little bit crooked. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now I have a great reference for the fore and aft direction. Now what about the, oh, I'm not a sailor. I'm just gonna say this way and that way versus this way and that way. We got this way and that way taken care of. Now we want to take care of that way and this way. All right, now begins the completely anal retentive and perhaps even unnecessary part. But the way I'm going to determine where exactly I want it to go, well, first, I think there's no avoiding it. I am going to have to eyeball exactly just where it looks good in this and that direction, but it definitely has to be after this radius ends. Otherwise, it'll be lopsided and it won't stick. So I kind of let it slide down to its more or less natural resting place, and that looks about as good a spot as any. Now, what I do want, however, is to make sure that this is perfectly parallel with this line of the car. The way I'm going to achieve that is I'm going to put this piece of wood here. I'm going to rest it against this step, get it as perpendicular as I possibly can, and I'm going to measure this distance, which looks to be about 24 millimeters. And now all I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this dry erase marker and I'm going to mark off this point, one in the middle, and one towards the front of the car. I'll be using the innermost width of the marker, so I'm not going to try to cover the marker. I'm going to try to butt it up right against the very tippy edge of the mark. Let's see how that actually looks like, what that looks like in practice. And I don't know about you, but that looks pretty straight to me. All right, let's do it. I will remove this backing tape and press it in. Now this part is crucial. There is absolutely no going back after this. Okay. Right on these 3 dots. Looking good. Now all it asks is that you basically press it in and hold pressure for about 30 seconds. Alright, remove this tape. We'll reuse it again on the other side. There. That looks pretty damn terrific. I love it. Just to prove that we're pretty much as straight as can be, camera right over this, I think I did a good job. One last time on the passenger side in rapid fire. Start by removing the blue tape clean. Put down the sill plate for reference. Apply the tape, use these lines. Now, determining a good position for this, which we already did on the other side, and I kept this at 24 millimeters, so I'm going to do just that. One last look at where this would wind up. Okay, tape off, passenger side. Make sure your Bronco logo is not upside down. And now the moment of truth. The Eagle has landed. And these look excellent. A few last pointers. These are, by the way, the stainless steel kind, because I think there's a darker color, the platinum or black sill plates, but I think these glossy stainless ones go really nicely with a bright color such as cactus gray. Don't attempt to apply these at temperatures under 50 degrees or else the glue won't bond. I guess the only other thing I will say is I want to say these will probably scratch pretty easily themselves, so I'm somewhat considering putting clear 3M tape on it, but then again, I suppose I might as well have done that to this part here, so I don't know. Time will tell. And that's about all I have for you today. So what do you think? Endearingly OCD or straight jacket, pants on head cuckoo crazy and you should just eyeball it? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.